In a quiet town where gears turned as faithfully as the sun rose, there lived a young girl named Elia. She had learned early how to be invisible. While other children laughed in bright clusters, Elia moved softly through the world, listening more than speaking, watching more than hoping. Her father was the town's inventor, a man whose hands were always stained with oil and whose eyes were always searching for something just beyond reach. Every evening, Elia waited by the workshop door, counting the clicks and whirs inside, wishing he would look up and see her. Most nights, he did not. His mind lived among springs and cogs, chasing ideas that never slept. One winter night, when the wind pressed its face against the windows, her father called her inside. His voice sounded different, gentler, thinner, as if carried on the same wind. On the work table rested a small brass bird, no larger than Elia's two hands together. Its wings were etched with stars, its eyes made of tiny blue glass that seemed almost alive. "This is my finest creation," her father said. "A clockwork bird. It can grant one wish." Only one. His breath trembled. After that, it will stop forever. Elia did not ask why such a gift needed a limit. She had learned that some questions were too heavy for words. That night, the bird stirred. Its wings ticked softly, and it lifted into the air, leaving trails of warm light. Elia laughed, a sound so surprised it felt borrowed from someone else. For the first time, something magical had chosen her. Days passed, and news of the bird spread. Neighbors came with hopeful eyes and folded hands. Some wished for gold, others for beauty, others for praise that never faded. The bird listened to none of them. It always returned to Elia, perching on her shoulder, humming a tune that felt like comfort. Then her father grew weaker. His hands shook. The workshop fell silent. One evening, Elia found the bird motionless, its glow dim. Panic rose in her chest. She wound its key again and again until, at last, its eyes lit up. A single feather loosened from its wing and floated down like a promise running out of time. The bird sang, not aloud, but inside her heart. She understood then. Only one wish remained. That night, the town gathered outside the workshop. A sickness had spread through the streets, dulling colors, slowing steps, stealing laughter. People whispered that magic could save them. All eyes turned to Elia. She looked at her father, asleep and pale. She looked at the town that had never noticed her until she held something they wanted. Her hands trembled as she held the bird close, feeling the steady beat of its clockwork heart. If she wished for her father to live, the town would fade further. If she wished for the town to heal, she would lose the only person who had ever built something just for her. Tears fell onto the bird's brass feathers. In their reflection, Elia saw something she had not expected. Not her own face, but memories. Her father laughing when she was small. Her father placing tools in her hands, trusting her. Her father staying up through nights, not for fame, but to finish this bird before time ran out. The truth settled gently but firmly inside her. The bird had never been meant to save one life. With a quiet breath, Elia made her wish. Warm light burst from the bird, filling the workshop, spilling into the streets, flowing through homes and hearts. The sickness lifted. Colors returned. Laughter bloomed like spring after a long winter. When the light faded, the bird fell silent in Elia's hands. Still, ordinary, beautiful in its stillness. Her father did not wake. The town rejoiced, unaware of what had been given. Elia stood alone in the quiet workshop, holding the bird that would never fly again. Grief pressed heavy on her chest, but beneath it was something else, steady, strong. Days later, as the town returned to its busy rhythm, Elia reopened the workshop. She cleaned the tools, she oiled the gears. Slowly, she began to build. Weeks passed.